Hey, Shalom Makim. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kudash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect. This teacher's word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today, I just want to tie this lesson. Who have heard such a thing? Which is concerning this doctrine, this message, which entails the overthrow of the so-called white man, by the way of this third world war. And in that, the whole land of America will be uh, dust, it will be violently overthrown, and there will be nothing left here, man. But this is the same message pretty much Noah had, man. Because it seemed far-fetched that it will rain in that time. Matter of fact, let's start out with that. Because even now, even if it was, which it is going to be, but you ask these Americans for nuclear war took place, they'll think that somehow America defense system would ward off those missiles, or they wouldn't get them off fast enough. But the thing is, that's where the bulk of the destruction would take place. And it's not like a few bombs, nukes gonna hit a couple cities, and everything gonna be said and done. No, the point of this strange teaching is that the whole landmass will be taken out, man. That land which is here in America. So let's get this, the book of Genesis 2 and verse 5. It said, every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord powers had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. See? So you can see the scriptures outline that before the flood, it never rained. So when Noah brought forth that message, who have heard such a thing? Even now, when you talk about those gooks being bombed, being nuked, they got hit with atom bombs. And that was just a few cities, which it was a few more places they got hit that's not being brought out. But it didn't. The whole land of Japan wasn't destroyed. That whole land wasn't destroyed. Just a few cities that got hit. Now they making PlayStations now. They actually so-called bounced back, so to speak. They built again. When the time of Noah, it tells you that old world was not spared, man. The only remnants left of that old world was what was left of Noah's Ark. And so in this modern time, it's not going to be a McDonald's club left, or a Jordan, or all the way down to a damn Mustang. All these things are going to be destroyed by the way of the Third World War. So it says on verse 6, it says, but there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. See, so that's how the earth was, it was being watered by the way of the dew. And it never rained in that time. Well, we once again speaking of rain, but it's going to be by the way of fire. Matter of fact, let's get that in the book of 2 Peter's. Because this is a strange teaching. Because this is a strange nation that's ruling. That's why this man got strange laws and legislations. So that's how Yahweh Shemel Shai gonna show himself strange. That's why you're gonna see newly created beasts, throughout the land of America, as well as the other world, other parts of the world, but especially here in America, man. And a plethora of other strange things, plagues that's going to take place, man. Just like what happened in Egypt. Those were strange things, man. Water turning to blood. You had the locusts come to eat the crops. Oh, you had the hail that was on fire. That's once again going to take place, but it's going to be these missiles this time. So this is the book of 2 Peter 2. No, it's 2 Peter 3, Salaki. 2 Peter chapter 3. And I started at 6. It says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water perished. See? So that old world was consumed by the water. It was nothing left. Matter of fact, let's go to 2 Peter 2 and verse 5. It says, and spare not the old world, see, but save Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. So Noah introduced that strange teaching of rain coming down from heaven, from the heavens, man. When we once again doing it, but we saying it's going to be by the way of fire now. Thermonuclear missiles. And it's not just going to be a city that's going to get hit. A few cities, then, no, the whole landmass of America is going to get the brunt of this, man. This whole landmass will be taken out. It will not be spared. It's not going to be any remnants of anything left here, man. Basketball, a tennis racket, whatever. But it said he tells Noah brought in the flood. He introduced the flood to the people. That was a strange teaching back there. That's why we just read in Genesis 2. It was never seen. It was never seen or heard of water coming down from the heavens. Then Noah talked about it, and it happened. When this time, dealing with this thermonuclear war, this World War III, it's going to happen, and the result is the whole land of America will be destroyed. So let's get this. This is the book of 2 Peter 3 and verse 6 again. It says, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth which are now, which is the so-called Mike man and his rulership. Because who was ruling during the time when this text was written? When Peter was speaking of those things? The Romans. This is the revised Roman Empire. This is the second leg, of that statue. We're in a foot now. But we're in the revised Roman Empire. The heavens and earth which are now. See, that word now ain't definitely none either, man. Because it's talking about now. It says, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. See, so as you can see, it's the same message, rain coming down, but it's going to be by the way of fire this time. That's why you read the scripture, it talks about Noah, then in the same breath it's going to say something about Lot. Because when Noah preached, changed the whole globe, man. That was a whole new system was set up after Noah prophesied and that flood came. It was a whole new system was set up after that. And dealing with Lot, it actually rained fire and brimstone. But in this time, this is actually going to dictate who's ruling once this takes place. See, like I say, it's not just going to be a city that's going to be destroyed. The whole landmass of America is going to be taken out, as well as other parts of the world too, as well, such as the land of Israel. That has to be cleansed. China, Russia, they're going to get hit as well. But who's going to get the brunt of this wrath? America. But it's strange. Because people, like I said, they don't see this place totally being wiped out. If anything, they are entertaining the idea of just, like I said, a major city being hit. Not knowing this whole landmass will be destroyed. This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes 10, verse 13. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin. And that's the first thing the Lord hates. That's the top thing on the list. That's one of the things the Lord hates. The number one thing is a proud look. Because really only the Most High can be proud. Only Yahweh Shai can be proud, man. But the so-called white man, he is the embodiment of pride, you know? And you see it by the way of him doing things, passing certain laws and legislations, uh, putting forth certain trends and making abominable fools delicacy. Like there's no repercussions behind it, man. That's why I say he is it, and he that have it shall pour out abominations. See, and that's what you see every time the man open his mouth, abominations come out. You know, it says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. See, and how those strange calamities is going to be a build up because it's going to be a great famine to hit this place, riots, and as well as a plethora of other things. Oh, like you said, the newly created beast. That's a strange calamity. You seeing a damn Pokemon, and he hungry. That's part of the strange calamities, and ultimately, the climax to it is the strange rains. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get it. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 16. And you have people today that like I said, entertain the idea of World War III. They even entertain the idea of a comet in the earth and shit, or whatever, But this is actually going to happen dealing with World War III. And it is going to entail the whole landmass of America being destroyed. And it's not like you're going to know there's a higher power in that day when the day of the Lord take place. Those missiles are going to be in a certain order. They're going to hit their certain spots. Tells you even when a sword fall upon them dealing with their defense system, it's not going to be wounded, man. So this is going to be one hell of a judgment that's going to take place, man. But who have seen such a thing, who have heard such a thing, of a whole landmass being totally wiped off the map, man, becoming the world's largest desert. Well, that's about to take place. So this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 16, verse 16. For the ungodly that denied to know thee, see, which is dealing with the so-called white man. Because how did he deny to know the Lord? This man got artifacts and relics and scholars to bag up what the scriptures say. He went to these certain land masses, that the scriptures speak of, and he found, he have gotten like these relics, these different artifacts. The scriptures bags up everything they say when they were talking about how the ark landed on Mount Ararat. This nigga went out there and he got a remnant of the ark. That was the only thing that was left of that old world was a piece of the ark. So the information was given to him, but the scripture said he cast the words behind him. So he denied to know the Yahweh Shema Shah. When you deny something, that means something was presented unto you, which is this truth. Because Esau got more information than us. So we just going off faith. This nigga got facts. But he's denying to know Yahweh Shema Shah. It says, was scourged by the strength of thine arm, see? Which is Yahweh Shah. Because Yahweh Shah is the one that's going to send forth the plagues, man. It says, with strange rains, hails, and showers were they persecuted, that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed, see? So how that strange rain, it's telling you that the strange rain is going to be by the way of fire. And how is it going to take place by the way of those thermonuclear missiles? You have Russia and China. They got new missiles, man. So you ain't got no choice but to entertain the idea of a world's war. The World War III and that. The war to end our wars. It says, for which is most to be wanted at, the fire had more force than the water that quencheth all things. For the world fighteth for the righteous. See, so as you can see, even because it's trash islands and shit. It's islands of trash in the ocean. So the only way that's gonna be cleansed is by the way of those missiles. See, the missiles is gonna be a cleansing agent as well, man. Was that? Matter of fact, let's just get this real quick. Let's get this in the book of Isaiah 24. Isaiah chapter 24. You know what? I start at 18. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare." See, so that's talking about pretty much these bankers. There's actually, these elites that's gonna, the Lord is gonna allow them to escape the missiles. They're gonna go into their underground bunkers, with a deep underground military bunkers, which is DOM. The acronym is DOM. And you're gonna have some that's gonna go into the space stations as well. Which you had that nigga Bezos, and as well as another billionaire to, go into space. So they let you know we very well much in that time. Everything we've been speaking on, starting with the apostles and elders on down, it's turning out to be fact, man. And why it said they're gonna flee from the noise of the fear. That's talking about those missiles, man. And they understand that once this third world war take place, the vibration of the earth is going to change. But they believe that they're going to come out, from the ashes and restart. That way that phoenix rise from the ashes. Well, it's not going to take place, man. That's not going to be the case. It says, "For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." And it said the windows on high are open. That's talking about the ozone, because the missiles going to come out. They're going to leave the atmosphere, and those missiles come in stage. That lets you know everything with Yahweh Shema Shai is a process. New missiles come out the silo. They come in different stages. But the last stage is when those warheads come down and back into the atmosphere, man. Oh, matter of fact, just going back to Noah, tells you the Lord opened up the heavens. Let's get that real quick. This is Genesis 7 and 11. "In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day where all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were open." See? So the Lord opened the windows up in an appointed day. It was appointed time. And you see, it was based on it's talking about Noah's life in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month. See, the same day where all the fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. See, so it was a appointed time the Lord was going to bring forth that destruction. And you read that in Revelation 9 chapter, it tells you it's be from 1 hour, 1 day, a month, a year, all the way down to the very second the Lord's going to destroy this place. But the point is, in the time of Noah, the Lord opened the heavens. So to let you know, he poured out his wrath, which it was a builder. It tells you as time went on, the waters increased. So it intensified, within those 40 days. But it tells you that this place is going to be destroyed within 1 hour. So this is going to be a hell of a destruction, man. Matter of fact, continue on. Verse Isaiah 24, verse 19. "The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly." See, and how is the earth going to shake? By the way of those missiles. What's that? I believe it was the SAR bomb, the world's largest bomb to be tested. Which, when you go into it, they cut the ingredients in half. It would, even though that's the world's largest bomb that ever be tested, that was half of the force it was going to put out if they really, used all the ingredients. You know, so that's how the Earth is going to move. But by the way of those missiles hitting the planet Earth, is that's going to make it said the Earth is clean dissolved. See, so that's going to be a cleansing agent as well. Like I said, you got trash islands and shit. So that's why it's going to burn more in the water, man. You know, this nigga got nuclear waste in the water. You know, there's plethora of other abominable things this nigga just dump in the ocean. You gotta wonder where that McDonald's cup going, or that Aquafina bottle. They dump it in the ocean, so those missiles gonna hit there as well, man. You know, but who ever heard such a thing? Matter of fact, let's end it off on this. Who else seen such a thing? This is the book of Joel 2. I started verse 5. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. See? Because and they let you know there's going to be an aerial attack. But it tells you they're going to leap over mountains, meaning they are ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're going to, certain missiles that's going to be shot off, it's going to jump, it's going to go over other countries. Because the target, the main target is really America. You know, you're gonna have missiles flying over India, Brazil, or whatever the case may be, just to get to America. So they're gonna leap over mountains. It said, like the noise of a flame of fire that devour the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. So they let you know it's not actual people. This is being compared to a strong military presence. That's the end all be all for all weapons upon planet Earth. You know, all the militaries of the planet Earth. Just going back, you deal with America. The code term they use to use the missiles is DEFCON 1. When everything's said and you ain't got nothing else, shoot a missile. You know, and that's another reason why another title for our Lord is the Lord of Hosts, the Lord of the armies, because the missiles itself is an army. That's the Lord. That's another army of the Lord. Just like how Esau Edom, he got different branches of the military. But that's how the Lord, he got his different branches of his host. He got the heavenly host dealing with the angels. You know, he got the children of Israel. You know, or tell they're gonna be his battle axe. These other nations, they are his armies as well. Also, those missiles, they in a category within themselves, man. You know, it says, before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. See why? Because never, ever somebody will ever think or dream of seeing missiles to cover the sky. See, in that day, you gonna look up. You ain't gonna have no choice but to look up when our Lord Yahushua returns in his splendor and glory. You know, but also those missiles, you're gonna actually hear them as well. That's why I said, like the noise of a flame. You're gonna hear the missiles coming, man. Just like you might hear a fighter jet, just one fighter jet, and you know, you hear the flame coming. That's a pretty loud noise. Now imagine 200 million missiles flying across the planet Earth. That's gonna be a very loud day as well, man. You know, but the point is, it said, before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. And you know, in the time of Noah, when they seen those raindrops, they fell apart, man. How much more of those missiles come? These people gonna fall apart. So whoever heard of such a thing, whoever seen such a thing as a world's war, and within that, a whole landmass will be wiped off the map. You know? So yeah, I just hold it with edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Ruach Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Let it say Shalom to the elect that teach the word in all truth and sincerity. DTA, Abba. Soon, very soon,